Hey guys, it's my first TikTok video, so I figured I'd tell a little story. Had a client back in December 2016 who wanted to get her pool open so that she could sell for more money in the spring. Well, it turns out the market changed drastically in April 2017, and when she got her house finally listed in May, she realized that she could have gotten a lot more money if she had sold it during the peak time in January through March. So I know there's a lot of people thinking about getting their houses on the market a little bit later this year because they think it's going to show better, or there's going to be more buyers, or maybe the whole COVID situation will be under control. But right now the market's doing fantastic wherever you are, probably in North America. Take advantage of the market. It's not going to be here forever. There's lots of volatility out there right now, and people are overpaying for properties right now. It's a great time to sell. Talk to your local realtor and have yourself a great day. All right, realtor stories, tales of the cribs. So right now this market's a strong seller's market, and everyone thinks this is the market to make money in. What's wrong is actually this is the market that people lose the most amount of money in, believe it or not. So when buyers end up paying more than they should because they're stressed and that they lost a lot of multiple offers in a row, and they end up going into an area they're not familiar with, they have the potential to pay much more than they need to get the property. When sellers sell the property, they sell it too soon, they sell it in one day, they take a bully offer, they have the wrong agent, they don't negotiate. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars left on the table every single day in the real estate market, just like this. So be careful out there. It's a great market. There's lots of opportunities out there. There's lots of money to be made, but there's also lots of money to be lost. And make sure that you have a trusted realtor, somebody there who understands exactly what you're hoping to get and is looking out for your best interests. Thanks. Okay, another Tales from the Cribs. Here we go. I was showing houses today, so I remembered a story of a young lady who I was taking out to look at condos about a few years back. Her mom was in China. She was buying the condo for her. We were getting advice from the Feng Shui master in China about which direction the balcony had to be and the door and the numbers, and there's a lot of stuff to it. One unit particularly, she loved it. Everything about it was exactly the way she wanted, and I knew it didn't meet all the characteristics that we were looking for. But she called back her mom. She said, "Mom, I really, really like this one. Instead of calling that Feng Shui guy that we were talking to, why don't you call the other guy, the other master, to figure out what he thinks about it?" And of course, the mom called and said, "This one my daughter really likes," and he found what energy was inside the property for her to buy, so that she was able to make the purchase. And she's been there for many years. She's very happy. So sometimes the Feng Shui is up to interpretation. Make sure you're talking to the right person. Make sure you got the right realtor, and everything will be okay. Hey, it's me again. Tales from the Cribs, nighttime version. So great story. Back in summer of 2020, I had a estate sale that I was selling, and the client was overseas. So we had all these offers on the offer night. Called the client the next morning because there was a time difference and everything like that to review the offers, and they decided on which one they wanted to go with. So I said, well, let's just wait and see what happens over the next few hours just to see if anything else better comes in. About 2 hours later, a guy calls me. He says, "What happened last night?" I said, "We got this great offer. We're about to accept it. But if you want to resubmit yours, or you want to submit your offer, you can do so, and just make sure you bring in your best." An hour later, he sent me an offer for $240,000 more than the offer we were just about to accept, which was already a great price. So well exceeding what we thought it was going to sell for. The clients were very happy, closed the deal, and everybody wins. You got to find the right buyer. There's always somebody willing to pay more. Make sure you're doing everything you can to sell to the right buyer. All right, another episode of Tales from the Cribs. So let's take a look at why prices went down in 2017. Market change. People who listed their homes in May, June, July, August, they wanted to get the same amount of money that their neighbors did. The people who were not able to took their houses off the market. But the people who did sell for less money, 10 to 15%, depending on what area you're in, they needed to sell. They had death, divorce, moving, job loss, all the different things that people no longer require to own the real estate that they have. They were forced to sell. That's why they took less money. So in order for a market to go down, yes, there's of course the supply and demand. As there's more prices and there's more places for sale and there's less demand, and interest rates can go up, and there's all these factors that have to happen. But the other part of the equation for a market to go down has to be that sellers are willing to accept less money than their neighbors just sold for. And that's only going to happen if there's going to be major economic circumstances that are force people to sell. So let's see what happens. If you need